A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital territory. I am Gracious Ogun. In a developing story, White House officials say United States President Donald Trump this Thursday will sign an executive order on social media networks. Recall the President Donald Trump threatened to shut down or firmly regulate social media this Wednesday after Twitter labeled two of his tweets unsubstantiated and accused him of making false claims. AD4 TV News will bring you details as the story unfolds. Talking health. The French government has banned the prescription of hydroxychloroquine to COVID-19 patients, while the British government has suspended its clinical trials on healthcare workers. This decision is coming against the background of the warning from the World Health Organization that the drug is potentially dangerous. Recall that the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control in Nigeria says the drug has potential for treating the virus, and President Donald Trump says the drug is potent for the prevention and cure and even uses it against the advice of experts in the US. When will this controversy end? A big question. Still on health, Spain commenced a 10-day warning for the victims of the coronavirus in the country this Wednesday, with flags in public buildings across the nation and in Spanish naval vessels lowered at half-mast until the 5th of June. More than 27,000 people have lost their lives to the virus in the country. In another development, the chairman of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, who is also secretary to the government of the Federation Nigeria, Barrister Bas Mustapha, this Wednesday said the country's Ministry of Health have submitted 3 Nigerian drugs that have potential to cure COVID-19 for further investigation. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Education in Nigeria, Emeka Nwajoba, speaking during the daily briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 this Wednesday, said schools in the country will remain closed until the federal government is sure pupils can attend classes without the risk of contracting COVID-19. The rumored date of resumption being 8th June, he said, is false and must be ignored. The federal government, according to the minister, is working in tandem with experts and the World Health Organization to decide when it is safe for schools to resume in the country. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control this Wednesday said the country has recorded 389 new cases of COVID-19, taking the nation's total to 8,733, with 254 fatalities recorded and 501 recoveries. However, no statement has been made on how the recovered patients were treated. Back in the US, Tony Ugochukwu, a Nigerian living in the United States, who was wrongfully convicted for murder, has gained his freedom after spending 15 years out of his 18-year sentence in prison. According to an order by the court, the government is to pay him $10 million for being a victim of mistaken identity. We take a short break now. When we return, health workers in France to receive free bottles of champagne. Stay with us. Details coming shortly.
The Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, has directed that consequent to the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari for the funding of 6 medical simulation, research and training facilities in colleges of medicine, 1 per geopolitical zone in the country, through TED Fund, the facilities should include provision of molecular science laboratories with capacity for testing and diagnostics of COVID-19, Lassa fever, and related viral diseases. The Honorable Minister emphasized that besides ongoing research work in response to COVID-19 and similar diseases through the TED Fund National Research Fund, the research community of the Federal Ministry of Education should undertake any other sundry contributions in support of the commendable efforts of the Presidential Task Force (PTF) in responding to the threat of COVID-19 in Nigeria. He commended the initiatives of TED Fund in providing a special research grant window towards treatment or vaccine against COVID-19. Additionally, he assured the fund that the federal government will continue to support relevant research aimed at addressing national challenges and needs. Signed, Mrs. Ngoba Priye-Briggs, Director, Public Affairs for the Executive Secretary.
Welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. Dubai's Crown Prince, Sheikh Hamdan Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, via his Twitter account this Wednesday, said all government workers in Dubai have been directed to return to work by June 14. This, according to the prince, is a gradual return to normal life in the kingdom with intensified precautionary measures. In appreciation of frontline health workers in France, Some groups of wine growers in the country have announced that they would give 5,000 bottles of champagne to hospitals in the Champagne region of Marne, Aube, Ain, and Haute-Marne. And now sports. 4 players and staffs from 3 clubs in the English Premier League have tested positive for coronavirus. The league, however, did not provide any specific details as to which club or individuals have the virus, but only said the affected persons will self-isolate for a period of 7 days. Def Jam Recordings, one of the biggest and best-known producers of hip-hop, they brought musicians like Tupac, Biggie Smalls, LL Cool J, Kanye, and many others to limelight who's come to invest in Africa. South African rapper Nadia Nakai is on their initial roster of 9 artists, 7 of whom are from South Africa and 2 from Nigeria, namely Larry Gaga and Vector. That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Gracious Ogon.